Hello everybody, Waluigifan here, and oh boy, let me tell you, there's a lot I'm able to say about this game. Well, I mean, you never saw me this.
Hey, Mr. John from Team Latinite. Hey, this is a hybrid introduction. How do you like that? we wanted to combine our skills together to put you the ultimate freaking rant review, pretty much, on this specific game.
Yeah, so I have my friend Big Yellow Buddy from Team Latinite with me to discuss the game and share our opinions.
Yeah, Mario Golf Super Rush, a game that we thought we wanted, but maybe we're having second thoughts.
Yeah, basically.
Because just for a little backstory for you guys who are not familiar with the Mario Golf series, pretty much Toadstool Tour for the GameCube is pretty much the staple of it. There's a lot of people that played the N64 version, but Toadstool Tour, I feel, in my opinion, is the game that really took off the Mario Golf series. If anyone has ever played it, a Mario Golf game, that's the one they usually refer to. However, there is a game for the 3DS as well called World Tour, Mario Golf World Tour, that I believe is probably one of the best Mario Golf games in the series because of all the content it has. Has about 10 courses plus like 4 DLC ones, a bunch of like 500 equipment you can have for your Mii, and a decent storyline that has you traveling through the ranks in a tournament. Just to be said, it's just an ordinary tournament-based story, but it works for World Tour. This game, however, it feels like a step back, unfortunately, but as much as it gets right, there's quite a lot it gets wrong. So we're here to discuss what it does get right and wrong.
Mario Golf World Tour is like the only Mario Golf game I really played besides Super Rush, so... But...
Oh, you have played World Tour. Oh, so you know it's a good game then.
I was really a fan of it, to be honest. This is gonna be a really unpopular opinion, but I prefer Mario Golf Super Rush over World Tour. I don't know if I think it's just a fact it's like a console game and not handheld. I'm not sure.
Well, technically the Switch is a handheld game. Yeah, I went there. It's a hybrid. It's technically handheld.
I mean, yeah, it's debatable, but I never use it handheld. I always play docked, so.
Yeah, I'm with you there, which is the reason why I will not be getting a Switch OLED because I never play in handheld mode at all.
I mean, the main reason I'm not playing handheld is because I'm afraid to actually leave my Switch somewhere or take it on the go because I don't want my Switch to be stolen.
That is true. I mean, that is true. Yeah, I would hate that. But I mean, the way I think about it is, hey, I never leave my phone anywhere, so I probably wouldn't leave the Switch anywhere. It's like 5 times the size.
And not only that, but it's like a really valuable product to me, so I don't want to lose it.
Yep. So, must you do that now? Whatever. Ignore the background noise. Someone wants to vacuum while we're doing this, but fuck it. Anyway, I'm gonna hide in the corner while you can't hear me. So, anyway, yeah. So with World Tour, for example, is I don't know. It's decent, but all right. Let's get into like the 5 categories here. So if you hear background noise, I apologize. But the five things that we do have here, in no particular order, is presentation, story, content, replayability, and series loyalty. Now, if there's anything that I can say about World Tour not World Tour, sorry, Super Rush right off the bat, is that I would say that this game is probably more beginner friendly, and anyone that hasn't played a Mario Golf game before could probably feel like this is more pick up and play than the previous titles. So there's that going for it.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually really easy to understand the game and how it works compared to the whole like the controls from Mario Golf World Tour and stuff like that.
Yeah, that and the impact, like you know how you set your power, right? But usually in like World Tour, you would have to set the bar back to the middle again. That mechanic is absent in this game, which for veteran players like myself, it's kind of a downgrade because we're so used to it. But for anyone who's new, it's a huge step up, and you don't have to worry about flubbing your shots unless you get the shot in the danger zone if you use too much power. That's its own mechanic. I'm not a fan of it just because for me, I'd rather be more in control of my shots. But with this, it seems like, all right, you hit max power and maybe the game will let you have a straight shot instead of you timing the shot yourself and getting it straight on your own. So I'm not really a fan of that, but I guess it's still a harmless mechanic, but still it seems like a little bit dumbed down from before.
I mean, it's way better for me because I'm a Mario Golf newbie. If
It's
you
true, yeah.
Okay, viewers, if you saw my live stream, you probably know I really suck at Mario Golf Super Rush. But despite that, I still have a great time playing it with friends.
And if you see me, I pretty much eat golfing games for breakfast. I mean, I only have about 80 albatrosses on Hot Shots Golf 4, and that game is really hard to get the controls down.
As long as you don't eat and swallow the golf clubs.
No, unless it's Bertha's cooking. Your button makes me hungry. Yeah, you guys knew I couldn't do a golfing review without mentioning Bertha once. But all right, well, let's talk about the presentation, shall we? Now, presentation, how I rate that is pretty much how the game looks, how it sounds, how it feels. I didn't see really any frame rate drops, to be exact, even when it was like downpouring and thundering and lightning out with all like the effects. Didn't really find that slowdown really that much, so it actually works pretty well on the Switch.
Wait, I thought you meant like with presentation. I thought you meant the trailers and stuff like that. They've done.
Oh no, the presentation is like the overall feel of the game, like how the game looks and feels when you play it.
Okay.
So controls kind of how the game controls kind of falls into that category as well, because obviously if the game doesn't control well, then the overall presentation might suck more. You know what I mean? But the graphics for the graphics for this game, I would say it's really good. Like if there's anything that this game has a plus on, the graphics are really cool. Like I love how the course environments look for the Switch, and how like the grass, even if it is a texture on for like the fairways and the green, it's highly detailed, and it's how the light hits it actually kind of looks really promising, and I love how the grass flows in the wind and the trees move and whatever. And yeah, I think the course environments look really good.
Yeah, and the size of the courses itself are also really, really good. So they are really big. Let me see if I.
We gotta, and we can't miss out on your boy Waluigi's like pimpin' outfit.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite thing in the game is that outfit, because it reminds me of T-Bone in his pinstripe suit with the fedora.
I mean, during the Switch era, it seems that Nintendo is like really making sure that Mario and all the other characters are wearing different clothing, and I like that actually. I really like that.
Yeah, because it adds a little bit more depth to their characters, instead of just wearing the same thing over time. And well, it sucks to be Donkey Kong and Yoshi, I guess, who just show up in the nude and very boring. I mean, even Bowser freaking Jr. has an outfit. Come on, what's their excuse?
Yeah. And, oh, also you forgot to mention Boo. Boo did have an outfit in Mario Tennis Aces, but he's also, I mean, pretty much naked.
It's a ghost. You can't. I mean, I don't know what. I don't know how many ghosts wear anything. I mean, Boo is probably the only exception to that rule, and then King Bomb. Well, Boo and King Bomb, I would understand why they don't.
Yeah, Yoshi deserves. I feel like Yoshi deserves an outfit too.
Or yeah, at least a visor or like a scarf or something. I don't know. It just or at the very least golfing shoes. You seriously couldn't give him cleats or something for the goddamn golf course. You seriously couldn't do that.
I mean,
even Charging Chuck has shoes that could possibly pass off as something for the golf course.
I mean, yeah, I was really disappointed about the fact that Yoshi was pretty much not given any outfit. I was expecting at least different colors, like red Yoshi, pink Yoshi, black Yoshi, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the only exception to that is the random pink Yoshi that pops up in the story, but I don't know why that's a thing. The only thing different about pink Yoshi is the fact that he's not able to do his special dash. That's it. He just has a normal dash.
It's really threw me off that we had to see Toadette and Pink Yoshi playing in story mode, and we can't even play as Toadette and Pink Yoshi. They are pretty much dumb. They can even release that even release that right now as playable characters. I don't know why they didn't.
Well, Toadette doesn't even make an appearance on the golf course. She just shows up in the beginning of the story, and then that's it.
I
That
mean,
she actually does not actually make an appearance on the golf course. It's just a normal Toad with Pink Yoshi.
it could mean that Toadette can be a DLC character, but what about Pink Yoshi? He could easily be like a costume. It seems to be done, so I don't get that.
Yeah, yeah. I think eventually the Yoshi color should be able to make it in there. I mean, it's a palette swap pretty much. There's no excuses with that, Nintendo.
Probably adding after a year.
But yeah, overall with presentation, there's the only gripe that I have with presentation is what is with the PowerPoint presentation menus, Nintendo? Why does everything look so goddamn plain and boring? If you took the Mario characters out of it, you wouldn't be able to tell by those HUDs that it looks like a Mario game. It's the most basic, plain, boring menus I've ever seen in a game. Like I send the screenshot of like one of your live streams just showing like the leaderboard or whatever, just with like it shows like the colors or whatever, it shows the scores or whatever, and I send that to people. I'm like, does this look exciting to you, or does this look like it came out of a PowerPoint presentation?
I really have to agree on that one. The layout and stuff like that, the menus, it's just really boring. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it.
You can't, because there's nothing to talk about. It's as low effort as you can get.
It's so bland. It's so yeah.
And
There's
the only other gripe I have besides the crappy menus is some of the some animations look absolutely stellar, like their special shot or their dash. But why do they not have animations for an eagle or double bogey or hole in one?
Oh yeah.
I was pissed when I found out Mario doesn't have a hole in one animation like the previous games, because I got a hole in one and he just went, yeah, and I'm like, the fuck, that's it? And I'm like, I busted my ass for a hole in one, and that's all you have to do.
And apparently,
I was so pissed.
apparently, Waluigi's reusing a Toadstool Tour animation. I knew that since Kenneth, I mean Proto-Ken, pointed that out, and even some voice clips are reused from Mario Party and stuff like that. I've played Battle Golf with Toad yesterday, and I realized whenever he does his victory like sound, it comes straight from a Mario Party game.
They've also copied some voice lines from Toadstool Tour 2, like when you select Mario and he says, "Ooh, good shot." That's literally one of his compliments from Toadstool Tour. Because in that game you have the ability to taunt opponents.
I mean, what the heck? They didn't even bother recording new voice lines. What is this?
But at the very least, if you're gonna copy fucking animations, why couldn't you copy his Toadstool Tour animation when he gets an eagle? That's one of my favorite Waluigi animations, where he just spins around and points the wrong way, and then he points the right way to make the noise. I love it. But you can't even do that in this game? Come on. Besides the boring ass menus and the stupid the lack of animations and the fucking voice lines and whatever.
There are
some of that even going into the story mode, but that's its own separate blemish. But for right now, the presentation itself, I won't give it a C, but I won't give it a B either. I'm gonna give it a B minus, because it is good where it's good, but it's really bad when in some places.
I don't get how for example Waluigi, when he's in a whirlwind, he has like a swimming animation, which is a really nice detail and a throwback to like Mario Power Tennis. But whenever he does his like victory animation, it's just lackluster. I don't get why they just
the fact that they reuse like animations for when you select a character and when the character wins the golfing match or whatever, like this, like many reused animations, and the animations are fucking boring. Like you're not even gonna reuse good ones.
I just wanna take this opportunity to mention that there are a lot of references to older games in this Mario Golf. Like not only Waluigi, who got his how is it called, his special shot from Mario Power Tennis, like the swimming animation was taken from it, but there was I think there was like, I don't know, I don't remember, but it was something with Rosalina that was also a throwback to another game. I don't remember exactly what, but
I do want to point out this has nothing to do with the score, but I had to make that. This is funny because Rosalina wears a golfing glove on her left hand, but she doesn't even hold anything with that hand, not even her club.
I was about to
So
say.
what's the point of a golfing glove then?
I mean, it's just for style. I was about to point that out. I was about to point that out, really, but you did it in my place. So.
And I wish there was I wish there was like an alternate costume for Wario. It's just the same outfit, but his hat is extremely tall, like Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah, I made a meme on my Twitter about Dog Dimmadome, and yeah, it really reminded me of. I mean, the top hat could be a little higher, and then it would be perfect.
I mean, to be fair, Wario does own Wario Stadium, so he pretty much is Doug Dimmadome at that point. Because he owns a stadium just like he does.
I mean, yeah, you could look at it that way, yeah.
Oh, all right. So yeah, presentation. I would give it a B minus. What would you probably give it? Do you roughly the same, or do you have a different opinion?
Yeah, so I would give it a solid B.
Solid B.
Yes.
That's arguably that's a good argument. Yeah.
That's probably the best score I'm going to give during the whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not an A, unfortunately. The game controls perfectly fine. I didn't really experience many glitches. I did experience one glitch that pissed me off, but it was so rare that I really couldn't. It didn't ruin the entire game. I'll just talk about it real quick. It's when Yoshi turned my ball into an egg, and then I hit the flag, and then the egg ball landed on top of the hole, got stuck for a solid 15 seconds without moving, and then all of a sudden it's 0 feet to the hole, and my ball's floating above the hole for my next shot.
I mean, I remember in one game I had like suddenly an eagle and my ball didn't even hit the freaking. I don't even know what happened, but my ball wasn't in the hole, and I think somebody bounced into my ball to give me a free eagle or something. It was really stupid, but it was really funny. And
so that counted for you then. So we knocked your ball in and it counted.
I don't even.
It didn't make you reshoot it.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even know what happened. I didn't even see somebody bounce into my golf ball. It looks like my ball teleported into the hole and it gave me an eagle. I didn't even know. I didn't even see what was happening, but it was funny. I think it was a glitch, but
yeah, the only other glitch once again involving Yoshi is I think Greenie showed this to me a while ago where someone who was playing Yoshi once again. He used a special shot on the green and it knocked his ball into the hole and it said hole in one and he got a hole and he got the -2 strokes for the hole in one. But then like later on the game says, oh wait, no, that shot didn't count, you have to hit it again. So when he got the birdie, he lost a point. So like the game completely bugged out. So it counted the hole in one and then reversed itself and then didn't count it. So those glitches are very, very few and far between. Like out of the 200 hours that we've played, those are like the only thing that we've seen. So like that the glitch, there's not that many glitches in this game.
Did that happen when you were playing online with Greenie?
I wasn't versing him. It was somebody else who was.
Well,
but he sent me the footage though.
I think the problem might be Greenie's connection because I tried streaming twice with. While playing against Greenie and his connection isn't really the best, so
I know the reason why. It's because I don't know if it's because you're from Belgium or anything, but like you're way farther away than we are from each other. So when me and him, it was red a couple of times and it stuttered once in a while, but that's it. But he already has meh internet, and then he's trying to connect halfway across the world to you, so that's not gonna work. I'm at least a little closer to him.
I mean, I don't know if this is a glitch, but almost every time I'm playing and I'm running towards my ball, I can seem to like make my character spawn in front of the ball. It's just I don't know what it is, but yeah.
You mean like you run past the ball sometimes?
Yeah, even if I like interact with the golf ball, it doesn't detect it or something.
Yeah, what I've noticed with that is sometimes it's really finicky. Like if the ball has to be stopped moving for like a solid 2 seconds, or else it won't let you interact with it. I've had that situation too, where like I know the ball seems stopped, and I'm like running around it several times. It's like there's like a couple second cooldown before you're able to like take your next shot. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, but even if the golf ball isn't rolling anymore, I still somehow have trouble like going to the golf ball.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, so once in a while that does happen. So I don't know if it may be a latency issue also in terms of Nintendo Online. I'm not 100% sure. I have not experienced it that to that degree like you have, but I have seen it a couple times before. But
I
yeah, I won't let that affect the overall score. I will still say with a
yeah,
B.
same. I don't even know how if it's even considered a glitch or just something.
I think it might even just be bad programming at that point, but I don't really feel like it kills the game because it doesn't happen too often.
Yeah.
But all right, story time. Anyone? Oh, the story. I had such high hopes for this story in the beginning until I got to like the 2/3 mark, and then I fucking realized how terrible it really was. I beat the story, by the way. Oh man, I feel like this story's been was written by two different people because in the beginning, it almost feels like Mario Golf World Tour story where you're working your way up the ranks and you actually do a tournament, and then it just takes like a weird left turn. All of a sudden, you're the chosen one fighting like three bosses almost back to back, and that's the end of the game. Like that's the short part of the story. But in the beginning, I liked it because I like the whole like training yourself and like getting better and like the whole tournament aspect of it. But you only play one official tournament in this entire story. Even like they made this entire leaderboard and all this other shit. Like that was going to be a big part of the game, but that only happens one time. So that seems very, very weird how they would make a whole tournament board just to barely use it. Now, I don't know about your experience with the story. Is there anything like that burns your bridges or anything?
All right. So yeah, there's quite a lot I have to say. So yeah, I've only really played the beginning, and I already had no intentions or motivation to go back to Adventure Golf. Now, I did watch other people play it, and I heard people's opinions. So based off that, I will share my opinion. Well, there's absolutely no
Oh,
thought. What?
I was gonna say you're taking the sword and shield route, which I did. I didn't actually play the game. I just watched everybody else play it and make my opinion on it.
I did play a bit of Adventure Golf, but really not much, just the beginning. So, well, there's absolutely no thought pad into it, and it just feels like some kind of extended tutorial to me. I don't know why. I mean, the
For
dial.
like the first half, you're not wrong. The first half, you do a lot of tutorial shit. It's crazy how much shit is thrown at you in the beginning.
I just wish there was an option to skip it. Anyway, so I feel like the dialogue is bad too, and it could have been way shorter because I mean, the dialogues are way too long for what it is. It's just I hate pressing the button so many times.
The dialogue is fine. Well, no, not really. The dialogue is meh, but what makes it even worse is the fact that like they always have to say a random fucking like stock dialogue quote. Like,
Yeah.
do I need to hear Toad say "yeehaw" every other fucking line? No, I don't. Shut up, Toad. You are just as bad as Omo Chow. Shut up.
It's like every time I try talking to an NPC, I instantly regret it for the dialogue, and because of how long it gets.
Yeah, that and the Hammer Bros are the fucking worst because they act like they're straight up fucking gangsters when they're really not.
Okay, so
Just because you say hey hey and yo yo doesn't make you cool. Just say
okay, so let's talk about the cutscenes that aren't really cutscenes. I mean, because it's just characters put in one place doing talk animations, and like I feel like this is
yeah, there wasn't really any cutscenes, was there? I can only count like maybe two to my knowledge.
yeah, it's
And
just
it wasn't
like
even really that big cuts. Oh my god, you're right. There isn't that many cutscenes in this game.
I mean the
I didn't even
intro.
notice that.
I mean, if we're talking about the intro is really great. They should really like I don't even know they're really experienced enough to make such great cutscenes, but they rush the adventure golf, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
if anyone wants to know why this game is called Mario Golf Super Rush, the adventure mode is the reason why.
it is super rushed. The game is just super rushed. Okay.
Here, I'm trying to recap this. So in the beginning, you do like this. Yeah, the spoilers, by the way, not like you care, because I'm gonna save you the fucking time. Listen to me and don't actually play it. In the beginning, it was decent. Like I said, I love the tournament aspect of it. But then when you get to like the second course, then you're doing like cross country golf, which that's a huge difficulty spike for like lower level players or just people who are just coming back, because you have to hit up fucking cliffs and shit. For me, I did it on my first try because I'm experienced. But I'm thinking to myself, I mean, you didn't get to that part, did you? You didn't play that part, the cross country golf in the second world.
No,
I'm guessing you didn't.
I didn't even finish the first world. I was still yeah, I was still in the beginning.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because that honestly, you would have been stuck on that because some of the cross country golf is really fucking difficult. That's like a huge difficulty spike, and then the rest of the game is piss easy.
Oh.
It's funny. The Lonely Goomba mentioned this too because he mentioned in his video how the cross country golf was such a difficult thing, and like I beat it on my first try with like multiple strokes remaining, just because I'm just experienced with golfing games, but for those who aren't or may not be as experienced, they're gonna have a hard time, and that's just not necessary for that difficulty spike. and then you have like the speed golf or whatever for mainly everything else, whether it's in the desert or in freaking the wild weather woods or anything or. But mainly, it's mainly just a bunch of speed golf sessions. Which, ironically, speed golf takes longer than normal golf because you have to physically run to your ball. And I think the reason why the entire adventure mode is based off of speed golf, because without it, the adventure mode would last only 2 hours.
I mean, I've heard from other people that adventure golf is really short anyway, so.
It is. It took me like 5 hours in total, and I did everything. I did all the Hammer Bro challenges too, which you don't get anything. You get less experience from them than the tutorial Hammer Brothers. How does that make any fucking sense, Nintendo? You didn't test that.
Also, can I just point out that the red arrow that's in front of your Mii character, it really, I don't know why, but it really bothers me. Sometimes it just goes crazy for me. It's not.
Yeah, it's pretty much someone holding your hand the entire time, and there's no way to turn it off. Especially when one of the later quests, you're supposed to go and find somebody, and the arrow's like, oh, over there.
It pisses me.
Where's the challenge in that? You're supposed to find somebody in the desert area by yourself, and the arrow fucking tells you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just pissing me off so hard. If we had like. This kind of like radar that we got like in speed golf and stuff like that, and we got it like with some kind of indicator to. I mean, it would be better than just a red arrow pointing everywhere.
No, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, and the thing of it is, too, is like the story doesn't. I would have to say the story part of it, like the whole like thing with the fucking Ice King and shit, that doesn't start until like 2/3 into the game. Like you like that whole thing where you learn how to do fucking lob shots, and then all of a sudden this voice in your head starts speaking to you with shit, and I'm like, am I playing a different game? What the fuck is this? Like. Also, I thought like the whole lob shot thing was like a special thing you could do like on the course, but besides the story, it's not. You don't need to use it at all. It's completely main. The only reason why it exists is for the specific boss fights. Which,
that's like the only exciting part of adventure golf are the bosses. That's all.
What's very weird, and this is why I think it's rushed. For 2/3 of the game, which is where you pretty much. I think the 2/3 marker is where you talk to the Mr. Lob or whatever the hell his name is, and you learn the lob shots. Right after that, you do the trials. You do a boss fight with the knight, another boss fight right after that with the bird. Then you do 2 more tournaments. Or not tournaments, not even really tournaments, but you do 2 more golfing sessions. One with fucking Donkey Kong and Luigi, and then fucking Wario and Waluigi trying to get to Bowser's location with the Ice King. And then you do another boss fight. So out of 5 things, you have boss fight, golf, boss fight. That is extremely rushed to me. How do you have all the boss fights condensed into the last third of the game?
I want to get back soon to the tournament thing you mentioned, but yeah. So about the cutscenes again, it feels like I've been playing Mario Tennis Aces again. It's the same style of dialogue and just it just I don't know. It just feels
Always
same to
is.
me. It's just two characters standing next to a text box. That's all.
Yeah, honestly, that shit might have passed on the Game Boy Advance, but not for the Switch. So, like, what's weird too is like some of these characters are just underutilized or just not at all. Peach and Daisy never made an appearance. Fucking Luigi and Donkey Kong, literally they only appear in tournaments, like once, maybe twice. That's it. Well, Donkey Kong appears like in the tournament roster for the first tournament. That's it, and then you actually battle him in the Wild Weather Woods League. It's not even a real tournament. It's just one quick golfing match with two easy AI. And then I think the stars of the show is Wario and Waluigi. They were the most utilized out of anybody. Mario doesn't make an appearance until the very last percentage of the game, where he just randomly shows out of nowhere, knocks a few bad guys out of the way with his special shot. He's like, Toad's like, "Yay, Mario's here! I called him just to let everything know everything's okay," and then he gets fucking captured within 5 seconds.
Petition. We should make it a petition to change the name to Wario Bros Golf Adventure or something.
Oh, all right, the two things that really pissed me off is number one, the whole when you enter like the final area with Bowser's, everything is frozen, right? And what would be really cool is like if you enter that area first and you like everything's frozen, the Goomba tells you what happened, blah blah blah, and then you go and get the fire jewel from the bird. That would make sense, but by the time you get to that place that's already frozen, you already have the fire jewel, and your me just goes, "Oh wait, I have an idea," and everything's back to normal. What was the fucking point of even showing that cutscene then? You show this whole panned area of the whole place frozen like it's a big drastic thing with its own unique music, by the way, and then all of a sudden your beat just goes and freaking melts everything in 5 seconds and everything's back to normal already. Okay, anticlimactic much?
I mean, in many ways, this game feels like Mario Tennis Aces. I don't know why.
Yes. Oh, and that
It's I don't know. Not only the dialogue, but also the fact that Wario and Waluigi are like the main enemies, and I felt like I was playing story mode in Mario Tennis Aces. I don't know why. I had like a throwback to Mario Tennis Aces all the time when I was playing through Adventure Golf.
And that's not even the most insulting part of the story. The most insulting part of the story is, all right, so by around maybe like the 2/3 mark, or maybe halfway mark, people notice, oh, Bowser's missing. I wonder what happened to him. Then you discover he fell asleep or whatever because of Bowser Jr. Blah blah blah. This is all talked by dialogue, by the way, not actual showing it to you. And he gets frozen. Supposedly he's frozen. As far as Toad tells us he's frozen, and our objective is to rescue him from the Ice King.
Wait,
After you like beat the Ice King or whatever, Bowser just shows up out of nowhere, and Toad just goes, "Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Bowser Jr. found a fire flower, and here he is."
wait. Who was frozen?
Bowser was, and his son freed him with the fire flower.
How?
This was all told to you by Toad in a dialogue box.
How?
No cutscene, no nothing. What the fuck, Nintendo? That is the laziest fucking thing you possibly could have had. Besides giving the Toad the improper dialogue, by the way, where Mario gets captured and then Toad's stock dialogue, he goes, "Yeehaw." I fucking like that, by the way. Instead of saying, you could have used his whoa or his scream or anything, but you didn't give a fuck and you just gave him yeehaw.
How is it even possible for Bowser to get frozen? Like,
I don't know, but that's how the story went. He was frozen by the Ice King or whatever, and then freaking Bowser Jr. Like melted him off screen, and then he just randomly appears and then just melts the Ice King and saves the day.
This is weird. Bowser has been like, he has his Giga form, he has like his Fury form, and he just, I mean, he's just so powerful, and then he gets frozen all of a sudden, and he can't escape. What?
It's this, so this, like I said, the last third of this game was fucking rushed. It's like in the beginning, they're like, oh, we just do all these tournaments or whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, then all of a sudden it just is like, oh no, I have a better idea. Let's do this massive plot where you're the chosen one and you have to do all these trials and shit, and then you fight a massive bird and whatever, and they're like, it's like, that's a great idea, but fuck, we only have 1 month left to do this game. Quick, just do it all in the last act of the game. Quick, no one cares. It's a fucking kids golf game.
All right, so
Yeah, and those tournaments that everyone keeps mentioning, by the way, because every time you talk to the Toads, they're like, "Oh, tournaments aren't ready yet, but they'll be ready later." You never do them. The game has the gall to do the final boss loop, which what that means is once you beat the game and you re-enter your save file, the game will put you back before you even battle the Ice King, so it's stuck in an endless boss loop. You can level up your character more, but pretty much the only thing you can do is to refight the final boss and see the final quote unquote cutscene with the ending credits over and over and over again. There's no post game. Fuck this story. It gets an E, fucking E.
The thing
terrible story.
The thing you just mentioned kind of reminds me of Luigi's Mansion 3. Whenever you beat Luigi's Mansion 3, it's like an endless loop. You get spawned at the save point and you can like battle King Boo and endless. I mean, not King Boo. How is she called? Okay, whatever. That lady that looks like. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Similar to how the Mario and Luigi games did it too, especially Bowser's Inside Story before you fight like Dark Bowser or whatever with the Dark Star. Like that final boss fight, like as soon as you beat that, it just goes to the end credits and you have to close the game and turn without saving and turn it back on. So there is that. That's what the final boss loop is. It's just the final boss over and over and over again with no post game.
Yeah.
And no, fuck you, Nintendo. Sorry. If you want to add more shit later on down the line for free updates, that's fine. But I'm talking about the game as it stands now. So as of right now, the story gets an E. This is some of the laziest shit I've ever seen. So lazy, it makes Sword and Shield look like a better fucking game. Absolutely not.
Okay, so
at least Sword and Shield, they actually put a little bit of fucking time and effort into it, and they actually showed a little bit of cutscenes. But this, no, you took the laziest fucking effort. You slapped a couple of boss fights or whatever on the trailer to make it look cool, but no, you failed miserably. The only thing that makes it cool is the only thing that makes it not an F is what I'm trying to say. Is that you can level up your Mii and make them overpowered as shit, and it is fun to use. But like the lob shot and all these other special shots, you don't, and all these special clubs, you can't even use them outside of the story mode, and there's no point in even using them in the story mode. So fuck it. E.
Okay, so before I reveal my score, I want to quickly mention that the assets they used in Adventure Golf, especially the houses when you're inside the house, really gives me Pokemon Sword and Shield vibes for whatever reason.
You bet your ass they fucking went to Game Freak and be like, hey, are you done with those assets? Can we borrow them?
Yeah, it's like they just reused the map and they just placed a Mii character on it and then some Mario stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of insulting because the golf courses look really good, but like some of the areas, with the exception of the desert area, I think the desert area looks the best. Like that actually looks really cool. But other than that, like some of the other areas, especially the beginning area, looks really bad. Bad as in like just plain boring copy paste. Especially like I mentioned with the fences. The fences don't even go along the hill. They're just like they look like Minecraft fences where they're just like boop and then they're down. Like I have to show you a picture of them, but you'll know it when you see them. How they look like effortlessly placed down in a line instead of like all connecting with each other. It's terrible.
Oh,
and also, like I said, freaking certain characters like Birdo and Toadette and whatever and Pink Yoshi, you barely get to see them. Especially poor Toadette gets fucking ejected from the story like after the first 5 minutes. I'm not a fan of Toadette. That's still doing her dirty, and I don't appreciate it.
I just feel like Nintendo has been teasing with the Pink Yoshi and Toadette appearing. Like it's like I just want them to be characters, and it's just a slight tease to me. I don't know why.
Apparently, Nintendo doesn't like the color pink because everyone who's pink got screwed in this game.
I mean, we can almost assure that Toadette is returning as a playable character in an update or something.
Yeah, better because I mean we'll be I mean that'll be next. Trust me, because content is after story. But we'll talk about that as soon as you give your grade. What do you think? Do you think it's worse than an E, or do you think there's an F, or do you think it's higher than an E? What do you think?
Actually, I wanna go through one more point actually.
Ooh, all right, you got something else. Let me hear it.
Yeah. So okay, so obviously the bosses you can defeat, and yeah, they are really good. That's the only thing I like about Adventure Golf. But the fact you can customize your Mii character with equipment you can buy in the shop, however, it's not all that wacky and could have easily added more neat outfits and stuff like that. And that's something like that Mario Golf World Tour did really, really well. It had a lot of Mii customization that I was.
I think it had 580 pieces of gear,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
this
That is insane.
this game doesn't even have like 6 different outfits, if I'm not mistaken. It's just really lackluster. I remember I had like a rainbow, like a star outfit that allowed me to have like a rainbow and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
the clothing itself, or the clothing itself is really boring.
Yeah, and once again, you can't use it outside of story mode.
Oh yeah, that too. I totally forgot about that. I didn't even pay attention to that. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's kind of horrendous actually. The fact like the whole thing with the lob club too. You learn so many things with lob shots. It's insane, and you can't use it outside of story mode. Like what the fuck? Besides some of the scripted events, the lob club is almost never used unless you're forced to use it, and I just don't understand it.
Yeah, so Mario Tennis Open and Mario Golf World Tour were like really top notch if it comes to Mii customization. I was hoping they would eventually add it in a free update, but I feel like they won't. I feel like they won't add any more content in Adventure Golf or any more outfits.
Oh yeah, I mean they fucking better, especially because since they kept teasing, oh hey, tournaments aren't coming right now, but they will soon. They will soon. Like
Wait.
that fucking pissed me off because I was looking forward to like coming back and earning badges from like battling tournaments because you do a tournament in the very beginning and it has the tournament layout and everything. I thought that's what you were going to be doing.
Wait.
Maybe earn more rank and earn more coins, but you never do. That's what pissed me off.
Where did they say that tournament mode is coming? I already know.
No, I mean you're in the story and you like once you like get your badge or whatever. Like for example, after I beat cross country golf and then I talked to that same Toad again, he says, "Oh, the course is still under construction, so it's not available for tournaments yet. But
Wow.
you can still play cross country golf again." Every other Toad does it. The one in the desert does it, saying, "Oh, we're the weather's too bad." So like, obviously the whole thing with the weather is the thing with the Ice King. That's why everyone keeps saying the weather's bad. But so that they keep hinting after you do the main challenge, tournaments aren't ready yet, but you can still practice this. Every single one of them does it. So I was thinking maybe in post game or maybe later on down the line you come back and do real tournaments after like the main story. Never happened, and that's why I'm pissed. I got bait and switched, pun intended.
I mean, I know about the new Donk City course coming to the game, thanks to
I ain't talking about DLC right now. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, because I know this is going to be another 2-part series like I did with Sword and Shield. Because right now, when the game's as is, and once all the DLC's out, then I'll come back again later, and then we can discuss it as a whole. Because here, especially if it's going to be free updates, then it will increase the score. Because with Sword and Shield, the score went down because it was paid DLC when it really shouldn't have been. So
yeah, that's true.
hopefully Nintendo keep to your word. Let it be free updates with free DLC. I better not see an ounce of this shit paywall because anyway. Well, actually, you know what? That's perfect. Why don't you give your rating for the story and then we can talk about the lack of content because that's next on the list.
Oh, all right. So because of this Adventure Golf, it gets an E. It's not. It's just not an F because the bosses and interactions and NPCs, they barely saved it from getting an F basically. But I had like no enjoyment out of Adventure Golf at all.
Yeah, the only thing I really had an enjoyment out of is probably Wario and Waluigi just being like snarky bastards like they always are, because I just love that about them.
Oh,
But
but
I think my favorite part was the boss fight with the giant bird, because that one was actually clever, because you actually have to hide from its attacks or whatever, and if you get hit, you lose water. So you can't. It's not like something that you can just cheese. You actually have to wait and like strike. And with that fight and only that fight, how you hit the ball can determine whether you actually hit the bird or miss it by under or overshooting. The other bosses, you can just hit it the same way every time and not even worry about it.
oh,
That's why those bosses fail in that department.
by the way, this is the closest thing we will ever get to a Waluigi game. It's just something. It's so appealing running around with Waluigi during the gameplay.
And the best part, also the other best part of the story, was when Waluigi pulled a hole-in-one out of his ass near the end game, and I seen it.
Oh wait, now that we are talking about like the running and stuff in the course, I want a Mario or a Mushroom Kingdom Warriors.
It's funny. One of the head guys of Kyoei Techno actually said the same thing. How he'd be interested in that. I don't know how they would make that work, but I'm not against the idea.
This should really be an E3 2022 reveal.
That would be really funny.
I feel like ever since, I mean, like it's been 2 years since I've been like fantasizing about Mario Warriors, but it's probably gonna be called Mushroom Kingdom Warriors at this point. It sounds better.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if they can make a Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle in a sequel to that game, then come on, Mario Kingdom Warriors, whatever it's called, that'd be really good too.
Yeah.
Or Mushroom Kingdom Warriors. My bad, I said Mario Kingdom. Whatever.
It would work like. I mean, that's probably the closest thing I will ever get to Waluigi in the Smash game.
Alright, content. Let's see. Content. Now, how this is... I know content and replayability are technically two different things. Content is like the entirety of everything the game has to offer as a whole. Not necessarily game modes, but other side things to do as well, and options as well. And replayability is obviously how often do you want to come back to it, which is related, but it's not the same thing. So we can pretty much intertwine these two. Now, content, the first complaint I have right off the bat is the number of courses and characters is abysmally low.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, when a game on the 3DS has almost double the courses you have, we have a problem.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like that is not an excuse.
Wait, so if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, there's like only one battle golf course with two variants from it for both technical and strategic mode.
Yeah, I don't really like the battle golf, and here's the reason why. Some characters are way overpowered than others. Fuck Bowser Jr. and his ability to hide the ball on the flag. And fuck that. That should not be a thing you can do. Because like there's so many instances where you rely on like the flag on the meter, but if he uses his special near the flag, it goes away, and then you have to waste your time using the rangefinder to aim it at the hole, figure out how many feet it is or yards it is to the hole, then you have to guesstimate on the meter. It takes too much fucking time, and it's a waste.
I don't even
that they did not test that.
I don't even use the what it's called Rush Finder.
The rangefinder.
Rangefinder, yeah. Sorry.
Well, the rangefinder is an interesting idea, but in speed golf, it breaks the pace of the game, and that's the only way to figure out how many. That's one thing Nintendo that I should have put this under presentation, but fuck it, I'll put it under content just because it is a lack of it. In the display in older games, it tells you how many yards you have left to the hole and what the elevation is, but you don't see that on the main screen. You just have like arrows pointing up or down telling you, oh, it's higher or lower. But that's it.
I
The
w-
only way to figure it out fully is with the rangefinder, where you have to push the button, aim it at the hole, then you'll be able to determine how far away it is and how many yards up or down it is. That's a waste of fucking time in speed golf. Why
yeah.
would that be a thing?
I I want to quickly talk about Bowser Jr. here because you mentioned him. I really despise Bowser Jr. in this game. I like him as a character, but I mean, I've been playing like three live streams on three live streams with Dark Lucario, and he's maining Bowser Jr. all the time, and it really pisses me off. Like the smoke bomb, and
He does it on purpose because he's the most overpowered one.
yeah. Oh, and not only Bowser Jr., but I also feel like Yoshi needs to be nerfed. He's not really. I mean, Yoshi is like one of my favorite Mario characters, but in this game, he's really fast. He has like a great travel distance with his golf clubs too. He really needs to get a little nerf.
Yoshi, yeah. I mean, the only reason why I say Yoshi needs to be nerfed or fixed is because every glitch I've encountered is with Yoshi's special.
He's just. I mean, I know he's meant to be like a speedy character, but he's too fast. Not even his super dash is really fast, overpowered. I mean, I would even say that Yoshi feels like even worse than Bowser Jr. in this game.
It depends, because if you're trying to like chip a shot with the egg, yes, the only way to counter it is if the egg hits the pin a certain way, it automatically goes into the hole. Unless it hits the flag like me, then it glitches out.
Like again, I don't want to hate on Yoshi because Yoshi is adorable and he's my second favorite Mario character besides
Yeah,
Waluigi. But in this game, he's too good. He needs a little nerf.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't have as much spin he doesn't have that much carry either, right? Like his carry, I think, is what, only like 208 or something. I like he only hits at 208,
Every time
but
every time I'm
yeah, it's not that. Yeah, go ahead.
so every time I'm playing against Yoshi, I'm like, how the heck did he end up already at the hole when I'm not even like I'm not even halfway on the course, and Yoshi is so fast that he's already on the hole for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I think he has a lot less stamina than the rest of them, but his overall speed is faster, so therefore he can just recover like
Well,
fast on his
I
own.
think this is a thing. He has like perfect stats. He has nothing terrible about him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
That seems a little bit much,
I
especially with like yeah. They may at least lower his control just to balance him out, even though control really doesn't mean that much in this game.
what I'm hoping though is if they add the free updates, I hope they patch some stuff and hopefully they buff or nerf some characters.
Yeah, especially with Bowser Jr., the fact that he's able to hide your ball, he's able to hide your ball and the flag and all this other shit.
Yeah,
It's fucking annoying. And then you have
I
characters like Wario, which poor fucking Wario, because if you're, I wouldn't say if you're a pro like me because I sound like an arrogant asshole, but if you are a pro at this game and you know how to use the higher clubs efficiently, his lightning strike can't do shit to you.
I remember.
Like that's the thing. Like Mario is not a problem at all, and
Yeah,
it's like that thundercloud doesn't do much.
you'd say like Bowser Jr.'s super shot doesn't do anything, but it's really annoying. So that's the main point.
No,
Uh,
I think it can knock you back too. It can knock you back and hide the hole. It's overpowered as all fuck.
well,
Like if you're gonna hide the hole, it shouldn't knock you back. It should be one or the other, Nintendo, not both. Because no wonder why everybody I play online picks the fucking dude. I'm just glad that only one person can pick him at a time, or else I'd be facing a lobby full of Bowser Juniors.
I remember every time I'm playing against Dark Lucario and he's like he has like chosen no other character than Bowser Jr. I've wanted to punch him in the face a lot because of him screwing me over with all the smoke and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially on par threes.
So Bowser Jr. and Yoshi, nice characters, but in this game they are really really freaking annoying. Sorry.
Yeah, and King Bob-omb doesn't really help either. Especially in speed golf, it's worse because the Bob-ombs can just like walk wherever they want and blow you up, which that's fucking broken on greens.
Again, I like King Bobomb as a character. I really like him, but his stats are horrible.
The only thing that compensates is his spin. His spin and control are terrible, but everything else is high, which whatever.
I feel
At
like
least I think the most creative one I would have to say is probably maybe Luigi, because I like the whole fact he uses ice and like the terrain turns into ice. But other than that, I mean,
well,
it's fine.
here's the thing about Luigi's super shot. It's actually it can be sometimes used as an advantage, and it's sometimes
Yeah,
it's
well, especially as if you're driving the ball, you can use it to bounce off and get more distance. Yeah,
yeah. But I feel
it's mainly to use for greens then, so you can throw people off. So
I mean, I want alternate costumes in the game. We already have Ice Luigi, so they can easily like bring back like the plumber outfits for Mario and Luigi and stuff like that, and Yoshi colors. And yeah,
yeah, that would
um,
definitely fall into content. The lack of characters and by the way, Nintendo, I don't really care if you were trying to make a troll jokey thing. Charging Chuck as a character is fucking terrible. I know the whole joke was, "Hey, look, a football player is playing golf." That's so funny.
what I
It's
realized
only
what I realized about this game is that look about Mario Tennis Aces. It started in the base game with 16 characters, and we have currently 16 characters as well for Mario Golf Super Rush. And yeah, I feel like they're probably going for the same route. And if I'm remembering correctly, in Mario Tennis Aces, it took them about like a month or two to add new content. So I guess this will be like the same case.
Yeah, give it maybe by the end of the summer, and we'll probably get more characters. But for what we have now, the lack of characters and the lack of game modes too, like the game modes are terrible. Well, Battle Golf specifically, Battle Golf with these characters are completely unbalanced and shit. Like, there's so many times where I'll just get ganged up on in a lobby or whatever, especially with people with Bowser Jr. Like every single time, so like the person playing Bowser Jr. will just use the smoke ball and steal my hole just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's fucking overpowered,
I mean,
and it's fucking obnoxious.
I, I mean,
Like,
the smoke is one thing, but like, make the flag invisible on your freaking what is it called? Your bar,
like the radar,
your
the meter,
the
yeah,
meter. Yes.
like that bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the only way to counter that is to use the rangefinder and then guesstimate where the flag is, or memorize where the flag is before the smoke ball happens.
I'm
But most of the time, that doesn't happen.
I'm already horrible in golfing with a flag shown on my freaking meter. What do I have to do when the flag disappears whenever Bowser Jr. uses his super shell?
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Battle Golf is okay, but if somebody picks the wrong character or whatever, if someone picks King Bob-omb or fucking Bowser Jr. or fuck, even Boo can be a fucking annoying too.
yeah, so
But,
I
like, if someone picks specific characters just to troll you, it just becomes a fucking nightmare. And I lost 16 times in a row because people were trolling me. That is not enjoyable.
well, I sincerely hope that they're adding more battle golf courses, but because only one is not, I'm not satisfied.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think New Donk City is going to be a battle course, judging by its look.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. If you look at the trailer, it has like a dash panel, and there is no regular golf course with a dash panel other than the battle
Yeah,
golf.
gotta be. Yeah, you know what? New Donk City is definitely a battle course then, without a doubt.
Yeah, but I just hope they add more than six courts for regular and speed golf, because six courses is still not much.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a beach course. I mean, Toadstool Tour and World Tour had beach courses.
Ooh, they could easily bring back like how is it called, Mario Star from the older games.
Actually, yeah. Wait, Nintendo, that's a fucking great idea, and you can possibly save money. Think about it. Just bring back old courses like you do at Mario Kart.
Wait, didn't they make like a Rainbow Road course in Mario Golf World Tour, or am I mistaken?
I don't know. I don't know if it's DLC. I'd have to look it up. I didn't personally buy the DLC because I thought it was overpriced,
I,
but
I
I'll have to look it up.
I mean, I can barely visualize the World Tour DLC trailer, but I mean, I know Nabbit and Toadette and Rosalina were all added later, but I can barely remember what courses that were added.
Man, Toadette's gonna become a DLC character again? Man, what happened?
So
Even Birdo made the game last time too. Now I think about it. But
yeah, so
anyway, but
for
yeah,
for
the
for
speed
potential.
golf is fun for the most part. Like speed golf is fine, but it gives me a headache after a while. And here's another thing too is there's no replay feature in this game for some reason. I know back in the previous Mario Golf, if you wanted to see your shot again, you press the B button and it shows your shot again. But you can't do that in this game, even if you're playing single player. Why? Why am I not able to re-look at my shot by pressing B? Every other Mario Golf game did that.
That is a very good point. I actually never noticed it, they got rid of that.
Well, and one of the things is I actually got during the story mode, believe it or not, I actually got a hole-in-one on Balmy Dunes in speed golf, and I didn't know I did until it just went, wow, hole-in-one. But I was busy running to my ball, not paying attention. So I'm like, wait, I can't see the shot. It's like I wanted to see the shot.
So
I'm just busy like running to my ball and just wow, hole-in-one. I'm like, wait, I did? Okay.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt when I suddenly got an eagle. I didn't do anything. Clearly the ball wasn't in my hole, and suddenly I don't know what happened. It teleported and gave me a free eagle. I was like,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, the fact that I understand World Tour didn't have the ability to like save super shots. Now what that means is like in Toadstool Tour, if you got like a hole-in-one, for example, it actually the GameCube saved that specific shot, and then you could like rewatch the entire like replay over at a later time. Hot Shots Golf has it too, but World Tour didn't, and this game also doesn't have that feature. But like a simple replay feature when you're in the moment replays, I am like appalled that feature does not exist in this game, Nintendo. That is a basic feature, and I have no idea why you cut that out of the game.
You know that there are actually people that want like the golf slots back, and I have to disagree with that because I hated it in Mario Golf World Tour.
Club slots suck. Club slots suck. Absolutely. Look, I know they brought them back in World Tour as well, but those were specifically for challenges or like certain versus modes.
I'm sorry, but
club slots are terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but why do people want golf slots back in as a free update? I'd rather have like more battle golf courses and characters.
I'll be honest. I'll take it at this rate because anything's better than the lack of content we have. But World Tour had club slots, freaking tournament mode, 200 missions, versus mode. There's no versus mode in this game either.
And they also had better Mii customization options.
And they had the ability to change difficulty for the AI without busting your ass.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that really annoys me about the game. There is no way to change the difficulty because sometimes they are just like pro status, and then other times they just suck utterly. Like
I have got a surprise for you. What if I told you I have found a way to change the difficulty of the AI?
Is it thanks to the superstar clubs?
It is.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know that.
In order to get the hard AI for every character, you have to unlock all the superstar club sets for all 16 characters. Then you can fight them on hard. Oh, and by the way, they still suck.
Well, I mean,
so instead of getting like +4 and +5, the star sets get like even, and then the best I've ever seen Mario do on a 9-hole course is -6. But that was one time. Every other time he gets like -4, -3 on average, and that still sucks in comparison.
For me, really, sometimes the computer players are like professionals. The other times they are just so utterly terrible. And
I
but
I think I think what it is like I think the AI is coded to meet a specific score at the end. So if like they're doing really poorly, then they'll play like gods to catch back up to meet the quota. Because Mario did the same thing too, where he was like at -6 at one point, and then he got a triple bogey by missing a fucking 3-foot putt 7 times, or not 7 times. You get what I
but
mean? But
I mean, this
but
should.
that's the thing. Like you have like, oh shit, you're playing too good, Mario. Just miss 5 putts, and then you'll be back to -4 like you're supposed to.
Mamma mia. Okay, but that shouldn't really be an excuse to like make a separate option available to change the difficulty.
No, well, here's the thing. You should have been able to give the computer opponents star equipment regardless if you've unlocked them or not. But for yourself, you should have to unlock them. That I agree with. Locking the difficulty behind that is just bullshit padding, Nintendo. And by the time you unlock all the clubs, you don't want to fucking play anymore. I invested 50 hours in this game so far, and I've unlocked a star equipment for almost everybody except for Peach, because Random Select never gave me Peach. And then Mario and Wario are the only two characters I've unlocked Superstar Clubs, because it takes on average like 6 to 7 hours a character to earn those clubs.
I mean, I've heard somewhere.
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
I've heard somewhere that if you're playing online with other characters, that their character points are gonna be added to your score as well. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, that might be a glitch then. I don't know. That doesn't. I mean, if somebody else wants to unlock them for me, that's cool.
And about the star clips, I think the only star clips I didn't unlock yet was for Mario and Donkey Kong, because these characters, like, I don't play as any of them, but I have to eventually. So
yeah, I don't really. I'm sorry. Like that whole difficulty thing is stupid. Like other than that, like the AI is so goddamn stupid that you could play the game blindfolded and still beat them.
yeah, so
it just pisses. I hate forced difficulty. I'm sorry. One more thing that I have to talk about the AI is when fucking Toad has a 5-foot putt and it's dead straight. Why does he move 5 feet to the right and miss on purpose? Oh, that just aggravates me so much. They're trying to lose.
okay, so
someone like place bets on the player or whatever and be like, Toad, forfeit now, make it look just miss 5 putts. I have like $100 riding on the other guy.
no, I know this has nothing to do with the content section, but have you seen some recent memes about Daisy and King Bob-omb?
No, I haven't. What about him?
It's about King Bob-omb supposedly keeps looking at Daisy's ass or something. It's like a really weird meme. And
yeah. No, I have seen it. Yeah, I think Koichi posted it, right?
Yeah.
I did see that. The way he's like staring down, he doesn't look like he's staring at his club. He just like, and it doesn't help that Daisy's like bent over way more than he should while holding the club anyway.
Yeah. So one day I played with Daisy and King Bob-omb in the same match, and Daisy was like whatever, and then I saw like then I saw like King Bob-omb rotating for a better view. It was like really funny. It was like he was trying to look at Daisy's ass, and then when King Bob-omb was like finally putting in the hole, he did like a sitting animation, and Princess Daisy was still on the stage, so it looked like King Bob-omb was sitting on Daisy.
Oh no. Yeah, I've had some weird combinations too. Like where characters are just like inside each other for no reason. What's weird is like I've seen like Bowser Jr. like inside Charge and Chuck, and he's like sticking out of his fucking stomach or whatever. And all you see is his head, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look right.
One time I've seen Donkey Kong sniffing Bowser Jr.'s ass.
I guess that's the most entertaining part of the game, is just make your own content.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lack of animations. What else do we have to go by, Nintendo? We just have to make our own shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's recap on everything that we have. We have the adventure mode, which we have we have regular golf, which is fine. I do like the course environments. That's one thing with the content itself. At least the courses are still fun to play, which is the reason why I'm not like fully bored of them yet. But at least online. Here's the thing: online, I think, saves the game entirely in terms of this. If this game didn't have online, I would probably put the replayability at like E or F, and that's not joking. Online saves this game.
I have the same feeling. The only way I keep coming back to the game is because online is really fun with friends. But
yeah, like, what's the whole point of the solo challenge? This is something that the Lonely Goomba mentioned as well. What's the whole point of the solo challenge mode when it's just a score attack and you can easily set up the same thing in the Let's Play Golf section? It's the same thing, literally the same thing, except it like tallies your high scores and shit.
I mean, I've played solo challenge like 2 times because I've read somewhere, I'm not sure if it's true, that you can get like double character points for doing them, or fast, or you can get faster.
That's a thing that maybe I've been doing it wrong the whole time. But if that, yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, and that is a way to unlock the courses early if you didn't play adventure mode too. So yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, I know how to unlock the courses. I've unlocked the courses just by regular play.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, I did the solo challenge, I think, for that. And all right, there's one content thing that I do have that I do like that Hot Shots Golf 4 does not have, believe it or not, is the randomized hole feature. So you're not playing the same holes in the same order over and over again. That's been a staple in Mario Golf the entire time, and I'm so happy it's in this game because I love playing the random holes, and it pisses me off that the Hot Shots series doesn't do that. And another thing is that it keeps track of all your scores every single time you've played that hole. So it keeps track of all your hole-in-ones, all your eagles, all your albatrosses. I fucking love that. And I wish that was in Hot Shots Golf 4, but it's not.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, that's one thing they kept out. They have like other things like your best chip-ins and your near pin percentage and your perfect impact percentage and everything else, but in terms of like scoring on each hole, they don't keep track of that, which is unfortunate. They'll keep your best score, but they won't keep your number of times you got a hole-in-one or something like that. Which that's unfortunate because Hot Shots Golf 3 somewhat did it, but 4 didn't. I don't know why. But at least this game does, and I like that. So now I get to see like, oh, which holes did I get hole-in-ones on, or which hole was it that I got the albatross on? I can go back and then it says it right there. And it even keeps track of what character you used and how many hole-in-ones and albatrosses that specific character got too. That is a nice touch, at least. I will give it that. And I appreciate that being part of the content. But other than that, the game modes are fucking boring. Battle Golf can fuck itself with its unbalancedness.
Okay, wait.
Golf is really fun, and I'd Speed Golf. I just have to be in the mood. I don't know. Speed Golf is longer than regular golf, so I don't know. I just once again have to be.
Can I quickly say something about Battle Golf?
Yes.
So
please do.
So here's the thing. When I first was playing Battle Golf, I was like, I'm never playing this mode again. But when I like played it a few times more, I was really obsessed with it, and now I couldn't stop playing with it. It's weird. I think it's just because...
Well, the Battle Golf is fun when people don't pick the most overpowered characters every single time. Honestly, if everybody used their Mii, I think it would be more balanced, and that's ironic because usually Miis are overpowered. But because none of them have overpowered special moves, that makes it even.
Also, I really like the rush countdown thing. I didn't even know what it did, but apparently you can get a superstar... whatever character. Normally you can only get a superstar with Mario, but now you can like be invincible with every character you play as.
Yeah, you could get that, bombs, bananas, like that adds a little bit more fun to the game.
Yeah, and I think Ice Rush is also part of the rush.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. I almost forgot about that one.
So we have like Ice, Banana, Bomb Rush, and Superstar Rush. Those are the 4, I think.
And Battle Golf is fun when nobody picks an overpowered character. But other than that, like the last time I played it and everyone had, like, I was literally going up against fucking Bowser Jr., Boo, and Yoshi the entire fucking time, and I was miserable.
So yeah, there's one
Like
last.
everyone picks the most overpowered characters only, and it's just fucking obnoxious.
It's whenever I'm playing as Toad in Battle Golf, it's really satisfying to like use his super rush and then like jump right over the water. It's so fun to see. It's like a shortcut.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's fun. It's Battle Golf. Well, here's the main thing: Battle Golf is fun, but it's situationally fun. Where sometimes you can have really fun matches, and other times it can be a fucking shit show, and
Yeah.
the same person will win over and over and over again because they picked Bowser fucking Jr.
Well, the thing about Battle Golf, is that every game is different, and every game is like you don't know what's going to happen, and that's the fun part about Battle Golf.
Yeah, and hopefully they can make things a little bit better with
I
it. Like if it would be interesting if they could have like a 2v2 maybe, and I'm just saying maybe you could have a 2v2, have one you and someone else versus two others, and see if you can get flags as quickly as you can. Maybe like use your special moves to like you can use your special move on somebody else while your partner tries to get it into the flag or something. Like I don't know. Like that's an idea, Nintendo. Hopefully you can add it.
Yeah, also about the rush countdown modes, I hope they add more like Mega Mushroom Rush or something and Coin Rush, like add some more item content and stuff like that.
Or they could just be a dick and turn your ball into an egg randomly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot about Egg Rush. Egg Rush is also a thing.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is. Fuck.
Yeah, we forgot. So I think.
Yeah, screw that.
So that's like 6. No, 5. Well, I can't even count anymore. It's like 5 fresh countdown things.
Yeah, so it's not a bad mode, but it's not the best mode in the world. Like I said, it's situational because you can have some really fun time and make it balanced, or you can just be a dick and just fucking overpower everybody else. But yeah, hopefully with a patch that can be balanced out and and things can be fixed.
Also, I'm gonna be a little bit nitpicky here, but the superstar team they used is like from New Super Mario Bros. U. Whenever you're holding a baby Yoshi,
I noticed. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting touch, but I'd never really been a fan of that version.
I was expecting them to make a unique Starman team like they did for Mario Golf Advanced Tour.
They haven't used the unique star theme for like 6 years.
No, that's not true. That's
so long.
That's not true. I remember in Paper Mario Origami King there was a unique star team they remixed.
Oh, okay. I was not aware of that, but so they almost didn't use a unique star theme. I think, well, obviously with Mario Kart 8 as well, they did. But
I mean, they did do a matchup of the baby Yoshi and the normal Yoshi drums thing for the Superstar. But anyway, we are like
so
getting off topic.
All right, so we can combine content and replayability in the same go. Content, it's very lackluster. I mean, what we have is okay, but Nintendo, this is like fucking starter kit when it comes to content. And this is a $60 game, mind you, so I'm going to treat it like a $60 game. I ain't going to treat it like a starter kit. So, content, I think I'm probably going to give it a D, if I'm being honest. I do like the characters and whatever that we have so far. I do like the courses that we have so far, but there's so little of things, and there's things mysteriously missing or just unbalanced or whatever that, especially with the story mode, that's a big blemish on this, so that affects the content as well. I'll never fucking go back to that. Except maybe if I live stream it, but that's it.
Alright, so I'm going to say the same thing. The game at the moment definitely isn't worth a price tag of 60 euros or 70 US dollars, depending on what country you are in.
Well, it's $60 here too. So I guess Europeans are just getting ripped off just because their currency is more valuable than ours. But yeah, it's the same price.
So I actually used a converter, and it said that 60 euros is the same as 70 US dollars. So okay, I'm in the wrong there.
Yeah, but. Well, no, you're correct on that, but we're only being charged $60 here, is what I'm saying.
I'm coming
you're technically spending more money.
I'm coming to America.
If you're going by universal currency.
I'm coming to America. No, okay. Wait, what I
Well,
forgot what I was about to say.
luckily, I was smart and I bought my game at Walmart for only $50.
Yeah,
I went shopping around and I did the right thing.
so now luckily I got the game for free thanks to a great friend of mine. So if you see this, thank you really much. I really appreciate it.
Damn, you
But
got it for free and you're still bashing the game.
yeah, yeah. Okay, no.
Yeah,
So
so
but
so content is a D, and replayability, like I said, online is
wait, wait,
the
wait, wait,
only
wait.
thing that saves this game. So,
Wait, are we talking about
what's up?
are we talking about replayability? Because I didn't give a score to the content thing yet.
Oh, I thought you said D. I thought you said you agree with me.
Yeah, but
Oh, I thought I heard you say that.
yeah, I did say that with the part of that it's overpriced. But I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I did have a different score. So
Ooh, all right, I'm curious. All right, you got my attention.
okay, so at the moment there's like still no sign of free content coming anytime soon. But I'm giving it I'm giving it a huge F because Nintendo did the same to us already anyway.
Oh, he was more harsh than me, and I'm the critical one.
Yeah. This is what I was like. I was like scared saying my actual score when you said D, and I was like, "Whoa, wow, dude, D! I can't even."
Well, the reason why I'm not giving it an F is because it's not like there's nothing to do. You can still there's still some content that you can still like play golf over and over again. So it's not like it just depends on if that's your thing or not. But like in terms of like the modes and like the lack of shit that we actually have or whatever, and or if I guess if you also compare it to previous modes, yeah, I mean. I would give it an E, but no, fuck it, I'll give it a D, just because it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen worse.
So yeah, I wrote here I'm giving it a huge F because Nintendo did the same to us already anyway, which is a sick burn. But I've been debating.
Fair point. Fair point. I won't argue with that.
I've been debating to changing my score to E because F. I mean, there's still some content to get you through through the day. I mean, but in the end, I feel
That's
like
the thing. F means like there's absolutely nothing to do, even if you wanted to play it. Like that. That's the thing. Like I don't know if I would rate it an F, me personally, because it's not like it's not like you play a few times and then Nintendo's like, oh, do you want to play more of the game? Pay us $5 more. It's not like they block it off by microtransactions.
I mean, here's the thing. They promised us free content updates before the game releases, which is never a good sign. Well,
I'm okay. Fuck you know what? Shame on me because usually I'm the one picking up on shit like that, but that flew right over my head. What the fuck's wrong with me? I didn't have enough coffee apparently. Hold on.
yeah. So
with the D. Replayability, however, E. Online is the only thing that saves this game. If it weren't for that, it would be an F.
okay. So yeah, for replayability. Yeah, well, now just because there's not a lot of content in the base game doesn't mean I will just let the game get buried in dust and stuff like that. I feel like despite that, there are still some things that pull me back into the game, like having fun online with friends is a thing. Bouncing,
Me too.
just the feeling of bouncing into them with a super dash and stuff like that. It's really fun. Like this is one of this is something positive I'm going to say about the game. This is one of the best Mario games to stream nowadays, in my opinion. It could definitely benefit from more content nonetheless, but purely because every game can turn out to be different. And this Mario Golf focuses more on the party aspect instead of the normal boring golf we got in the older installments of the game. So yeah.
Really, you called World Tour boring? Huh? I guess I'm just a sucker for basic shit then.
No, I mean, yeah, World Tour. I don't know. It was lacking the Mario-esque elements in. I don't even know how to explain it. It had like items in the game, but I mean, it had like if I remember correctly, in Mario Golf World Tour, you could like use a boomerang flower and stuff like that. But it's
yeah, you pick up random items on while you're golfing that are scattered throughout the course, and you can use them whenever you want.
I didn't like how the items were implemented in the game, and it could have been way better if they added more like Mario elements into it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I think they added Mario elements and how the courses looked and how the characters were animated. But
Because
other than that, it would, yeah. I mean, I guess this one has more like Mario things to do in it, like in terms of like special shots and the Super Rush mode, where it is chaotic, similar to like a Mario game would be.
so
So yeah, I do understand that.
I had the same feeling in. Okay, I'm just going a little bit off topic again here, but like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, I remember the first ones. They were all about using items from the Sonic and Mario universe, and the last Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games we got was like it was so boring and it was missing a lot of Mario and Sonic elements. So this is like the same feeling I have.
It's because they didn't have the dream events either.
They did bring the dream events in the last one, but it was a step. It was a few steps down from the older games. And
So do you feel like this game does something similar then?
Yeah, so the Mario and Sonic on the Switch was like it brought back the dream events, and then in the Wii U versions, there weren't dream events, but I think they were called like plus events or something like that. And
So not necessarily. Yeah.
it was kind of like it was not the same, but it felt like the replacement of dream events. So yeah.
So it'll be interesting if they do something similar here, like with New Dog City, for example, or whatever. Like I said, I hate to bring that up again, just because, like I said, this is just future content that may or may not even show up. And Nintendo says free updates, but that doesn't necessarily mean that paid DLC isn't an option. You could still have a free update, but maybe to get the entire update, you have to shell out a couple more dollars. Trust me, Nintendo, you don't want to do that, because I'll point you out for it.
Nintendo, please, for the love of God, don't charge us for anything. Just keep it with free updates.
The only reason why I'm a little skeptical is because World Tour did it. So that's the only reason why I'm skeptical.
By the way, do you think every new map they add with a free update comes with a new character? Like, for example, let's say if they put...
Yeah, they should, and it should not be part. Yeah, it should, and it should not be paid DLC.
I want to play as Cappy so badly, so I hope this new Dog City stage comes with Cappy as a new character.
What is Cap? Oh, yeah, I guess I'm thinking Cappy is in like, yeah, because I forget like
from Mario
Cappy
Odyssey.
had arms.
It's from Mario Odyssey.
No, I was thinking Cappy can't hold the club, but he can because his normal form actually has arms.
And we can also make the same exception for like Goomba. Goomba doesn't even have arms. Rosalina doesn't even touch her golf club.
Yeah, that's true.
So why shouldn't Cappy? I mean Cappy has. I think Cappy has arms. So I mean it should work.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does.
He has I would call it like Shy Guy styled arms.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Anyway, the score for replayability for you. What did you give the replayability?
I gave it an E because the only reason why I would ever want to come back to it is online and maybe to fuck around here and there. But if I want to do fuck around golf, I'll play Hot Shots Golf 4 on my PS2 like I have been for the past 15 years because it has more charm and more things to do in it.
Well, for me, replayability gets a solid B because
you have B. Wow, that's interesting. So maybe you have way more fun. You have way more fun to this game than I do.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised by myself. I was like, the first 3 times I was playing the game, I was like, this is not a game I'm gonna play for a month. But then I started streaming the game and stuff like that with you and other friends, and I actually had a I had really a lot of fun.
So alright, so hypothetically, if online was not a thing, would it be an F?
Wow, I did not expect that. Well,
yes, because online makes the game, in my opinion.
I mean, I would still give it a D because yeah, I don't know.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Replayability is a little bit different than content because replayability is how do you feel coming back to this game to play it again and again? Is there a reason to come back and keep playing it? That's the difference between content and replayability.
If online multiplayer wasn't there, yeah, I'd probably still give it like a D or something. An F is not, is like, I'm too strict. Yeah. It doesn't deserve an F.
Well, the reason why I'm giving it an E is because I sure as fuck don't want to go back to the adventure mode unless I'm going to do a stream on it where I could possibly make super chats. With the other golfing modes, if I'm playing them by myself against the really shitty computers where I can win every time, I don't really find enjoyment with that, especially since there's no standard versus mode or missions or anything. And like the battle golf is, if you're playing with the AI, it's piss ass easy. But if you're playing it against like trolley friends or whatever, or randoms who always pick the overpowered guys over and over,
trolley friends, Dark Lucario.
So when I'm playing like online, like classic golf or even speed golf here and there, and especially like the point mode, and we're doing random holes every time to keep the game fresh. Yeah, I mean, I want to give it like a D minus, but like I'm trying not to put plus or minus in my score, so I'm just still sticking with E, because if it weren't for online, I probably would not touch this game until the updates may or may not happen.
I did not expect an wait. So your final score is an E, right?
For replayability, yes.
Oh, I thought I was going. I expected a C or something from you. I mean, I know you're strict and stuff, but replayability is, I don't know.
Fine, you know, I'll give it a D. How's that? Because because here's the thing. I mean, yeah. You know what? All right. You know what? I'll eat my own words for a minute there, because I did say E at first, but then I realized I have 60 hours on this game, so apparently I am coming back for something, even if I'm not playing online. So yeah, I kind of have to give it a D. Just by saying that alone.
Well, here's the thing. I know I said adventure golf. Wait, no, was it adventure golf? No, it was something else. I don't remember. Okay.
Battle golf?
No, it was content. I was giving it a huge F, but I mean my points will probably go a little bit higher as the game progresses, probably. So, but for now it's an F.
That is true. But for rate it right now. Like pretend like the updates aren't happening. Just pretend like that's what you have to do. You have to pretend this is what we have for the game and nothing else, regardless of what's coming in the future.
If this was the full game, then yes, it would be an F for content.
Yeah, well, that's how I rate things, because the separate content, it's pretty much like a separate review at this point, just because what entices people to buy the game right now with the $60. So that's what I mean. So yeah, so for content is definitely, like, for me it's like an E, I gave it a D, right? Yeah, so it's D and D for me. So D for content, because it definitely isn't the worst I've ever seen, but it sure as hell nowhere near a finished game. But the thing of it is, it's not a buggy, broken mess either, and there is some things that this game have that Hot Shots doesn't have, so that I can give it some credit. But the replayability is like the D again, because like I said, I want to give it an E, but I have been playing this game just because I'm a sucker for golf, so I'll just give it an E as well.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but yeah.
Don't you dare! You can make fun of me with that later.
Okay.
I mean, what's next? Should I give it a 69 out of 10? Will that make you laugh more?
No, actually, I think the D joke is better. The D joke sounds better. Okay, but anyway.
Last topic is series loyalty to wrap things up. How does this game compare to other Mario Golf games, or hell, even Mario games in general? Because you mentioned something about references to previous games that I might have missed, so maybe that'll bump up the series loyalty score.
Yeah, so now see, the only Mario Golf game I've only ever played was Mario Golf World Tour. Like, I have to say, there's almost no elements I've seen in the game that's kind of a tribute. Wow, I can't even talk anymore fast. Okay, so yeah, there's not really anything that's similar to World Tour in this game. The elements that did stay, like me customization, like I've mentioned before, took a few steps back. In other words, Mario Golf Super Rush feels almost separate from the other Mario Golf games in that, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, Super Rush feels more Mario-esque, and it's more than a party game, I guess, than the other Mario Golf games. And about the references, there were like really small references in terms of animations. Like for example, Waluigi was swimming in the air whenever he was in a whirlwind. Um, I can think of any other at the moment, but yeah, no, I can think of any other at the moment.
Yeah, in terms of like how the
Oh,
game controls or whatever, it is. I don't know. It's tough because if you're a newcomer, it's a step up in terms of controlling the game. But if you're experienced like me and played previous golf games in the past, it's a step down just because the controls are more simplistic, and it kind of takes the charm out of it in a way. I mean, it's still fun, but it's not the same. So I like being more in control of my shots and being able to put like specific like backspin or whatever and like hitting the ball straight whenever I get the impact right. And there's no like natural hook to the balls too. Like I remember some characters like Waluigi, he naturally hooked his ball to the right, but every character hits straight in this game for some reason, which is very interesting how they got rid of that mechanic.
sorry. Um, okay. What was I? But oh yeah. I thought about another reference. There was like if Pauline uses her super shot, she sings the Jump Up Superstar theme from Mario Odyssey, so that's also a
Oh
throwback.
yeah, one hit wonder Pauline.
Yeah, and I
with
guess
their one song that she sings. It's
yeah.
a great song, don't get me wrong, but I hope that's not the only thing she's known for because that's I don't know, that would kind of be
I
lame. I
mean,
want her to be more known for other than that.
the fun thing about this game is that they brought characters like King Bobomb and Pauline in the spotlight. They brought their back, and that's really. I mean, I would even say that I sometimes enjoyed playing with Pauline more than I played with Waluigi, and that says a lot. So,
Yeah, because I think Pauline is like different than the stereotypical like Mario princesses and stuff. Nothing against them. I still like Daisy, even if she's annoying. I still think she's cool, but
I
like I like Pauline a little bit more just because she's unique.
I really hate Daisy. She's quite annoying. But if
It
you
depends on the game because some games she's not as bad and she's actually more cool. But like I think Mario Super Sluggers was a good example of some of her best performance. But in this game, no, she's actually annoying.
also they made Daisy Tanner in this game.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like I have no idea why that was a weird design choice.
Oh hey buddy, what is your favorite Mario girl?
I'd probably have to pick Pauline honestly, just because she's the most unique of them all.
Ah, welcome to the Pauline gang, buddy.
And not like that. I don't know. Just like if you put Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina next to each other, they look very close to each other. They look all the same. Man.
I don't
So
know.
at least with Pauline, she's different.
I don't know what it is. It's just the fact that Pauline is not a princess, unlike the other three. It's she stands out from the other three, and
Well, she's still a mayor, so she's still like in a position of power, let's just say, but she's different. Like she's not a princess, she's a mayor. So that's still different and
I
unique, but
mean,
it's the same but it's not the same at the same time.
so yeah,
So I kind of like that. It's a good spin on it.
yeah, I did. So in the beginning, I didn't expect them to bring King Bobomp and Pauline back into the roster, but it really, well, it really changed me in a positive way in this game. So, and I also have hope for more characters returning, the that are considered dead in the Mario lore, like for example Egat, Toadsword.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of sad how he doesn't even get acknowledged when Charge and Chuck is in the game. Is there
Yeah,
like just anybody who's listening to this review right now at this specific time?
like
Is there any Charge and Chuck fans out there? Is there anyone that jumped for joy and did a fucking backflip when they figured out that Charge and Chuck was in the game? They're like, yes, finally.
like not only Egat and Toadsword and stuff like that, but also characters like Fawful and what was his name again? I forgot.
Yeah, it'd
I
be
don't
nice to
remember.
bring out unique ones. Like I don't know if it would ever happen, but like it would be nice to have like a little
Oh,
bit more broadened character
I-
roster.
imagine if they brought Boshi back, like the Yoshi from Super Mario RPG.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't even know. Like I don't even think Nintendo wants to acknowledge that game anymore. They keep throwing it under the rug every single time someone mentions it.
Okay, Nintendo, if you for whatever reason watch this, please bring back Toadsworth, Egat, and Fawful. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Toadsworth I would think would probably make it more than them,
I'm
but because at least Toadsworth is more of a Mario character.
also Koopa Kid. Koopa Kid is I think he's replaced by Bowser
No,
Jr.
if you say Koopa Kid, you know all the Koopalings will hog all the rest of the spots, and we don't want that. We don't want all the Koopa Kids in this damn game, yeah, especially if they're all Bowser Jr. clones. So help me.
I mean, we've seen Mario Party Superstars, which would be another topic for another video, but we've seen that he's replaced in the mini games and stuff like that by Bowser Jr. So I guess he's never coming back again, sadly.
Yeah, I mean Bowser Jr. pretty much is Koopa Kid at this rate.
Yeah.
But series loyalty, let me think for a bit. Like it does feel like a Mario Golf game, like you said. In terms of like some of the others, it is missing some things that from the previous titles, like so it kind of lacks the loyalty there. But at least it adds its own spin to still make it feel like a Mario Golf game. I will admit that, at least with like the special moves and the special running or like the dashes. I mean, and even the courses. The courses still look like Mario Golf, especially Bowser's course. So, like, the only exception to that is maybe Wild Weather Woods. I think is probably not as Mario Golf, besides like the piranha plants. But like, but I'd still like it, and it does feel like Mario Golf to me.
Wait,
So,
so
in terms of like overall Mario like series loyalty, I'm probably gonna give it a C because it's not the best I've seen, and it's not like everything that matches the previous titles, but it still does its own thing where it still feels like Mario Golf overall.
okay, yeah. So for me, serious loyalty, like I've said, Mario Golf World Tour is the only golf game I played. But based of that, I would say an E. There was not like the Mii customization was like they could have really like expanded on stuff like that, and I don't know.
So you think it doesn't really? You think so? With series loyalty, you think this does not feel like a Mario Golf game at all, like the others?
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. I think in terms of like it's more of a party game. I wouldn't even call it like I will call it separate from the other Mario Golf games. But like if I look back at it with all the Mario-esque elements that they got added in it, I might actually change it from an E to a D.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, D's pro appropriate
Yeah,
because, like I said, it's not necessary. It's not necessarily mimicking the other games. It's more like, does this feel like a game of the same series? Is more
yeah.
is what I'm.
It's
Yeah,
it's not.
it may not feel this. It may not be exactly the same, but at least it does enough to feel like a Mario Golf game. Even though the fucking, except for the fucking HUD. I'm bringing that up again. Those are fucking boring. That does not scream Mario Golf. If you
Yeah.
take the Mario characters' heads off of that and you showed that to somebody, you would not. They would be like, "Oh, what game is that?" They would not be able to tell it's Mario.
Yeah. So my
So yeah, that's why I'm giving it a C. Is because there is some places where it says Mario Golf and other places where I'm like, no.
so the fact that Mario Golf Super Rush feels like a standalone game that's not even part of the Mario Golf series itself, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually a pretty good thing. That's a really unique game. So I'm giving it a D. Yeah, I'm giving it a
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, because not like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to mimic the other games to be like a Mario Golf game. It's more so like, how, does it feel like one? Does it feel like it's part of the series or just a golf like Mario? Does it feel like Mario Golf? Does it scream like Mario Golf? Pretty much. But yes, D and C it is. Now, Eric, so that's pretty much everything here. So now we're pretty much going over our final score here. So usually I give my scores anywhere between 0 and 10, and all these things that we mentioned before, like presentation story, content replayability, and series loyalty, all that gets added together, and along with the fact that this game is $60. I don't discounts. I don't give a fuck about discounts or anything. Like if they're selling it, the MSRP for this game is $60. So does this feel like a $60 game? Fuck no. There's so many things missing. It makes Sword and Shield Vanilla look like the fucking most content-worthy game out there.
Well said, buddy.
And that game took shit out.
So, are you done with your final conclusion?
I was gonna be really cool and give this game a 3 out of 10, but 3 is really pushing it. I don't think it's a 3.
Wow.
I'm probably gonna give this game a 4 out of 10. It is not. It is below average. It's still. There's still fun to be had, but holy fucking shit, there's so much shit missing, and it just does not feel like a finished game. It's perfectly. This is literally the same exact shit I gave Sword and Shield, where it's par for the course for a. Oh, that's a fucking pun, isn't it? I can't even say that. Literally, it's par for the course. It checks all the boxes for a basic Mario Golf game. But there's so much shit missing, and it's blatantly obvious, especially with that goddamn rushed fucking adventure mode. Holy fucking shit, that's unacceptable. So, and that was one of the biggest fucking things in the trailer. They were promoting that like it was, it's a big comeback to the series, and you gotta play it. Yeah, no, you don't. As a matter of fact, don't.
I wouldn't recommend this title to anybody unless they unless they are done adding all the content to the game.
Exactly. As of right now, do not purchase this game at $60. Don't even be like me and purchase it for $50, because I spent only $50 and I spent $60 on the. I spent 60 hours playing this game just to like. The only reason why is because I felt like I got fucking ripped off, and I want to make sure I got every penny's worth. Like that. Like. This is the reason why I didn't fucking purchase Sword and Shield for full price either, because I felt like something was missing. This is not. It may have like everything necessary to make it feel like a Pokemon game, or this game makes it feel. It does feel like a Mario Golf game, but there's so much shit missing, and does not feel like a $60 AAA title, Nintendo. This feels like something you fucking cooked up in fucking 2 months before E3 and just slapped it on store shelves.
Here's the thing about modern Nintendo. They really like to release games early and then promise like the base games are for the most oh wow, I can't even talk anymore. It's getting late. For the
me too.
For the most part, they are really lackluster in the base game, but then it seems to be a trend to add more content later down the line and add half-assed games, like release half-assed games to the public.
This is the same shit that fucking Pokemon Company's doing too. And then like we've been getting this type of shit served to us so often that now Nintendo and Pokemon fans expect this, and they're just used to it. Which is so amazing how like when we get the tiniest bit of graphical update for Diamond and Pearl remakes, people are like, "Holy fuck, it's the best thing ever!" And keep in mind, there's people asking for a platinum DLC that they would be willing to purchase. So they already have in their minds that the companies are just going to do it, and they're already accepting it. Please stop this. You can't just assume that the game's going to be shit right away and just take it anyway. I mean, I guess I'm guilty because I spent the fucking money on this game. But but it was a new Mario Golf game, and I really wanted to play it regardless of the maybe lack of content. But you know what? I am having a bit of buyer's remorse in this. Do I feel like I got completely ripped off and this is the worst money I've ever spent? No, that still goes to Omega Ruby. That is still the worst fucking game I've ever played in my life in terms of Nintendo. But at least with this, I at least enjoyed it. For me, that's why I gave it a 4, because I did enjoy it, and there still is fun. If I ever turn the game back on, I can still have fun with it, and I still like golfing in general. At least it's still fun to pick up and play for what we do have. But holy fuck, if for the average consumer, you're gonna get fucking bored so goddamn fast, it's not even funny. Even if you are a fan of golf. So I can't recommend it at this price. I'm sorry. So 4 out of 10, and with the gem seal of approval of, well, you tried, or did you?
So 4 out of 10 is your final score, huh?
4, yeah, because it's not the worst. It definitely does not feel like an average game. This game doesn't feel finished. I'm calling it now. You can't. A game has to be at least feel finished to be at least a 5.
Wow, and I thought my score was bad. Also, I just want to take a moment to say that this game really like gets me worried for the future of Switch games. Like, we have Mario Party Superstars, and
I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a dick to you up until now, but now that everyone's all my audience is listening, I hate to be an asshole, but I think Mario Party, that new game, is gonna suck, judging by the content of this game. Because we're seeing the same thing with fucking Sword and Shield. We said the same thing with this game. We're gonna see the same thing with Diamond and Pearl. We're gonna see the same thing again with fucking Mario Party.
Okay, so
especially when they say there's only 5 boards. 5 fucking boards, Nintendo. Seriously. Stop it. Stop making the bare fucking minimum. This shit's not gonna cut it anymore.
Yeah, this is
not selling fucking $40 games anymore. These are $60 AAA titles. Stop half-assing it. You're making indie devs look way better than you right now.
Well, yeah, the thing about so there's only one more board than what Super Mario Party had, and like I feel the approach of free updates later down the line could work better with Mario Party Superstars than it did with Mario Golf. But yeah.
I understand that, but Sarah, I'm getting real sick and tired of this. Oh, hey, buy it now, and just fucking hope that the game updates well. Like, that mentality fucking sucks. Like, I hate thinking about that. That's the reason why I didn't fucking buy Sword and Shield, is just because it's like you're buying a half-assed fucking game and the updates may or may not be good. And then as soon as I figured out the updates are paywalled, fuck no, I didn't get it, because why would I? I have to spend $90 to get a fucking $60 game experience? No, absolutely not. Even if the updates are free, why do I have to wait like a half a year after the game is released? Why couldn't you just delay the fucking game and release it when it's a full game?
Or you could give us or you could give us just free updates for Super Mario Party instead of adding online 3 years later down the line.
You realize that the only reason why that exists was to pretty much test the servers for the upcoming Mario Party.
Yeah, I know that. I
got a feeling in my gut. I'm like, why would they be doing that? Seems weird. It's like, and then I thought in the back of my mind, it's like, could there be either an update or a new game? And I was right. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised, considering it's nothing new. We had like 2 Mario Party games on one console. Like the GameCube already had like 4. No wait, is it 4? No, it's 3 games. Sorry. No wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, it's 4 games on one console.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Because Mario Party 8 was Wii. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 4 games on the GameCube.
Yeah, I'm not against another Mario Party game for the Switch. I mean, why not? But the only thing is like, if it has less content than Super Mario Party, we're gonna have a fucking problem. Because now I know you're doing this shit on purpose, and that aggravates me. Stop. Here's the thing with Nintendo and Pokemon Company, and I have to call them out on this. I might as well now, because I'm not in the mood to make a CC video on it. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have this mentality, fuck it, they're gonna buy it anyway. I hate that mentality with a burning passion, and that's why I have no hope for Diamond and Pearl remakes, because they're taking the easy way out, knowing that their consumers are idiots and will just eat it up anyway. I guess I'm an idiot too, because I bought Mario Golf Super Rush. I will call myself a fucking idiot because I fell for it this time. So I'm not afraid to admit it. I was stupid. I bought it because I was desperate for a golfing game, and I didn't realize I was getting a freaking unfinished product. So yeah, I'm an idiot this time. I'll admit it.
Very quickly here, I'm about Mario Party. I was about to say Mario Party Star Rush, but I mean Mario Party Superstars.
Yep.
I think I might have overhyped the game a little, because right now I feel like I wanna go away with low hopes, because 5 boards, and I mean it's probably going to be like half of the characters are already deconfirmed from the Super Mario Party roster. So yeah, I'm keeping my expectations really low for Mario Party Superstars.
The thing of it is like 5. I don't know. They announced 5 boards, but 5 boards is like, maybe that was acceptable back in Nintendo 64 when there was hardware limitations. But give me a break, Nintendo. Five is like the bare minimum you could get without it being called a fucking lazy cash grab.
At least give us 6. It's still a decent amount, because I remember I think Mario Party 8 had like 6 boards. So Yeah.
But yeah, well, here's the thing: Mario. That game had 6 boards, but it had a bunch of side modes, and the story mode was actually kind of fun. And I just like the uniqueness of the boards. At least they tried to do something different. Even though some of the boards are stupid, like I think the Bowser board was the fucking worst, but at least it was different. I can give him credit for that. But yeah,
Honestly,
I don't know. So
honestly, this is gonna be a really unpopular opinion again, but I would have preferred like a new Mario Party game altogether than like some kind of remake that's supposed to be Mario Party the Top 100 Definitive Edition. Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
but
Like,
I mean, we don't have to rule out the possibility of a third Mario Party coming for the Switch, considering the GameCube has 4. So
yeah, it really, honestly, well, it really just depends on how well this game sells, really. Because it's one of those fine lines where if it doesn't sell enough, then they're probably not even gonna bother with another one. If it sells too much, then they'll probably just half-ass another game again. So it needs to be that fine line right in the middle. Which I'm the bottom line with my opinion is like with this game being a 4 out of 10 and being completely unfinished, this game being Mario Golf Super Rush, this just spells bad news for the end of this year in terms of games. Because now with these 2 new remakes coming out, I'm calling the Mario Party game a remake because that's literally what it is. They're just bringing boards back with just the code of paint and just making adding new elements. It is a remake. So with this and Diamond and Pearl remakes, these I do not have any faith in these games coming up because we keep seeing the same pattern where we just keep getting remakes that barely have any fucking content to it. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX fucking did it. Link's Awakening I think is the only that game was the same thing, but they had the balls to charge $60 for a fucking $30 Game Boy game. And
I'm
then they do the same thing with fucking Super Rush again, where it does
yeah.
not feel like a $60 fucking game. I feel like I played a $30 game.
I
Like, what the hell, Nintendo?
I'm
You need
I'm
to stop with the fucking. You need to stop with the fucking low effort attitude and the fucking. Who cares? They're like fuck it. They're gonna buy it anyway because they'll eat anything. I hate that mentality, and that's what fucking Pokemon Company's doing too. I hate it.
you
This
know
needs to stop.
I really miss the times where Iwata and Reggie were the faces of Nintendo. It's not the same anymore.
No, it's not because that's the thing. Now they're getting smart with their consumers because they know like they know that like that's the reason why Mario Kart 9 doesn't exist yet because they're still making bank off of 8 and Mario Kart Tour. So they have no reason to invest any money into a new game until these ones currently are milked dry. So and if they do, who's to say they're not going to fucking make a really half-assed game and like with just barely any fucking content again and just fucking slap more shit down the road? Like
I mean, for
Nintendo, finish your fucking games. Seriously, I'm
yeah.
sorry to be wild, but finish your games. Stop it with the fucking minimum effort crap. I'm sick of it.
you you
Like,
you
god damn.
you really spoke what's on my mind today.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels this way. So, like, I know I have a lot of people that look at my videos and fucking mark me as a hater because, oh, you're not a real Pokemon fan. All you do is bitch all the time. I bitch because the fans deserve better. You guys are being screwed and you don't even know it. There could. Like the Switch's early lineup, especially with like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. I have 60 hours invested into Mario Odyssey. I mean, granted, I only spent $30 on that game, but I think that game's worth $60 all day. That game is amazing inside and out. I would highly recommend that for full price. But
Remember,
like this game, fuck no, absolutely not. Like the average consumer would play this 10 hours and get bored. Do you think this is do you think 10 hours of your time is worth $60? No, absolutely not.
I mean, Mario Party Superstars would it would be a waste of an opportunity if they didn't announce DLC for that game. Like, I want to see remakes of a Mario Party 6, 7, and 8 board. It's because they are currently they are marketing it with like the original N64 boards and stuff like that. But I want them to like how do I say this? Move out of their comfort zone and put more boards in from the older from the newer games like Mario Party 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and maybe even 9 if they recycled it. But
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right. Well,
all
I
right,
think
we
I think we're about done like bitching and whatever because I've been just repeating myself. But I will give a quick. If anyone that has skipped to the end of this video, I will give a quick recap of everything that I personally rated, and it's also in the description as well in case you just don't feel like listening to
wait,
me.
wait, wait.
But presentation is a B. Story is an E. Content is a D. Replayability is also a D. Series loyalty is a C. And my overall score is a whopping 4 out of 10 with the side of Nintendo stop doing this shit.
All right, so wait, I didn't even do my conclusion yet.
You can. Yeah, that was my conclusion. What's yours?
Okay, so yeah, my conclusion real quick is my Mario Golf Super Rush is a decent game. It's not bad, but it's not necessarily good either. The more I played it, the more I felt that there wasn't much to do in the game, and I kept hoping there were more hidden things to unlock that Nintendo like kept away from us. And
Besides the stupid difficulty with the AI locked behind the clubs, that's not worth your time investing.
yeah, so it also bothers me that there has been no release date for the updates yet. And yeah, we only know about one extra course coming to the game, which is based on New Donk City from Mario Odyssey, of course.
Yeah, here's the thing that really scares me, and I don't know if Nintendo's going to do this. They did say free updates, but we don't know how many exactly that's going to be. We don't know when they are, and we don't know how many. And here's the thing, and this is the thing. Depending on how much this game sells, that may influence the type of content we get in the future. If this game does poorly, they're going to be like, well, fuck it. We made shit on this game. Why are we going to bother making updates for it? You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing I'm a little bit afraid of is that people who bought it early like us, we might be fucked already. So you never know.
Okay, so I wanna quickly here address the example of Super Mario Maker 2, where they promised free updates, and then they like, I think the game, at least Mario Maker 2, received like 2 or maybe 3 updates, and the
I
third
believe it
update
was 3.
the third update was a final one, and they made it like a bigger thing than it actually was, because it wasn't really much we got. Like, it was only 3 updates, and only one of them was a huge update overall. So I really hope.
Yeah, I mean the thing of it is, I don't think Mario Maker sold as well as like Animal Crossing New Horizons, for example. So that's why Animal Crossing's getting a lot more updates than like maybe this game would, because Animal Crossing's one of like the top 5, maybe even top 3 best selling Switch games of all time.
So I
It might
really.
even be the best Switch game of all time. So that's why Nintendo's putting a lot of thing in there, because obviously they're trying to attract either more sales or the people that have already bought it just to get more engagement out of them. But in this, like, who knows? Like, this could be just like a fucking half-ass Mario Golf game, and who knows if they actually want to like put effort into these freaking updates or not. But only time will tell. I can't judge the future. That's one thing I can't do. I don't have that power yet.
Yeah, so I really hope Nintendo isn't going to let us down and give us like free, like, even. I mean, I hope they're. It doesn't even have to be that big, but I hope there are like bigger updates coming than we got for Mario Maker 2, for example.
Yeah, so I will, real quick before we wrap this up, this is what I expect in the updates. I expect at least like, in overall, I expect at least like 3 new courses at the very least. Hopefully 4, make it an even 10. Bring back the fucking short course from the previous game, like the one-on-one putt challenge. Bring back the missions, bring back the ring challenge, bring back versus mode, bring back tournament mode. Hell, there's so many things you can, fuck, you know what? Fuck it, bring back club slots. At least then I know you're actually trying.
All right, so I have to agree with the thing about that there. I feel like they're going for a amount of 10 courses because it just feels right. So yeah, so 4 new courses, I would say one course based off Mario Kart or Mario Party would be pretty cool. Just a court based off any Mario spin-off game, like even a baseball court or something. I don't know. It could work, or a Mario Party course. And for characters, I'm pretty sure they're gonna add more characters than courses in this game.
No,
Uh,
they got her. I know for a fact they will because the roster that we have, like it just looks like there's things missing. Like there's so many slots that they could fill in that are just not there right now.
yeah, so I think
So
we're getting more than four characters, six at the worst, eight at the most, I think. So characters like Toadette would be in. Let's see, Kamek, Koopa, I think is missing too.
yeah, Koopa is missing and Diddy Kong's missing.
Okay, yeah. So Toadette, Koopa, Diddy Kong, perhaps Shy Guy, Paratroop, maybe even Paratroopa, and Birdo. Obviously, Birdo.
And I swear to fucking God, do not bring back Shadow Mario. I'll slap you. We
I,
don't need an easy way out. Fucking like if I see fucking Shadow Mario or Pink Gold Peach return, I'm slapping you. Do not take the easy way out.
Here's the thing: I made like a mock-up character select screen for the final roster, so and I added like Nabbit and Peachette and stuff like that, and even King Boo in it. So that's probably going to.
Well, Nabbit was in World Tour, so yeah, it would kind of be cool to see him again.
Yeah, that's why I put Nabbit there. I know for a fact he was in Mario Golf. Although in Mario Golf World Tour, although I didn't got the DLC for World Tour, I did know it was in the game. So, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Nintendo. Like this is I'm heartbroken with this fucking score because this is the first Mario Golf we got. Like for console wise, this is the first Mario Golf since the GameCube. That is how long it's been.
Oh yeah,
so
I did
comparing like that game with this one, it's pathetic.
It
How does the GameCube have more content? Fuck it. How does the Nintendo 64 have more content than you? Not acceptable. So that's a big concern of mine.
Now that you mention it, I didn't even notice there wasn't a Mario Golf on the Wii. That's a missed opportunity, because the Wii was like the perfect time to release a Mario Golf game, but they ended up not doing it. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
they just had Wii Sports instead. But yeah, that's it. That's gonna be it. Any more closing thoughts for this game? Like anything else in the future? Like, I'm just massively disappointed, just because it's like the game isn't a piece of shit. Like I'm gonna give the same argument like I did with Sword and Shield. It is not a piece of shit. It's still perfectly functionable. There's barely any glitches, with the couple of rare ones, which I don't even include because they were so rare. It works perfectly fine. It still looks pretty, even though there's a lack of animations. But like, you can still pick it up and play golf. And if you like that, that's at least something. But in terms of like bonus modes, like all the Mario Golf games have, not even close. And Battle Golf isn't going to save your ass.
So the overall total score, I would give the game a 6 out of 10. Well, there is definitely a lot it can improve and add. However, despite the game not feeling like a finished product, I still had tons of fun. I still had tons of fun playing with friends and the shenanigans we got into. But yeah, so real quick here. So for presentation, I'll give a solid B. For Adventure Golf, I'm giving an E. For content, I'm giving an F. Wait, was it an F? I don't remember. Yeah, it was an F.
Yeah, I think you said E. Because you said it's not nothing, but you said it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. So for content, an E. Replayability gets a solid B. Series loyalty gets a D, and my overall score is 6 out of 10. So yeah.
So yeah, you're a lot more generous than me. As much as I love, all right, if I'm going by like me being a really like big dope or whatever, I'm like, oh, I love playing golf over and over and over again without getting bored. I would probably pick a 6 or 7 out of 10. But if I have to judge it by an average consumer standpoint, so the average person, even if they like golf, would get fucking bored of this game very easily, and that's why I have to give it a 4.
I was even debating whether I should give a 6 or make it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, here's another thing too. Remember, here's another thing too. There are people out there that do not have Nintendo Switch online, so you have to think about that too.
Yeah,
So not everybody has Nintendo Switch Online, which is another reason why I'm giving this a 4 out of 10.
the crappy online membership
Because if it's
service.
3 and lower, like for example, 3 and lower means like the game is like almost unplayable. Like this frame rate stutters, the game crashes on occasion. There's glitches. Like the game is polished at the very least. Similar to Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is polished and it's playable and there's no bugs or glitches, and to my knowledge anyway.
I mean,
so that's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 10, because it's boring for it's boring to a lot of people, but it's functional at the very least.
I mean, I kind of played it nice here. I'm not sure. Maybe I should give it a 5 out of 10. Because looking back at the game and me, like the feelings I had when playing the game is just not what I expected originally.
I was gonna say, rating a game isn't as easy as you thought, was it?
No, it wasn't. I mean, 6 out of 10 is maybe too nice. Yeah, okay. I'm changing my final score to 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10 average. Okay, yeah. Average game. Yeah, I said slightly below average. Where yeah, because me personally, I could hit a golf ball like repeatedly over and over and over again for 40 hours and not get bored. But there's not that many people out. Let's be real. There's not that many people out there anymore. A lot of people get bored after they do the same thing for 10 seconds, let alone freaking 40 hours.
Yeah,
it's a shame. But sometimes that's just how it is. I mean, will this affect future Nintendo games? Maybe. Who knows what the hell freaking Mario Party Superstars is going to be like? Who the hell knows what Diamond and Pearl remakes are going to be like? I already have absolutely no fucking faith in that game whatsoever.
What if they released Pokemon Legends Arceus with like also lacking in content and then receiving free updates later down the line?
Well, first of all, it probably won't be free updates because they already did the DLC shit once. So, like, they already did the paid DLC shit for Sword and Shields, and that game was already lacking in content. But Pokemon is its own beast, pun intended. They have their own way of fucking with players.
Or you could say
now, Nintendo's starting to do the same thing. At least with Nintendo, they don't purposely cut shit out and repaywall it. So we think.
You could,
so help me, Nintendo. Don't do it with this game because you will feel my wrath.
you could say Pokemon is its own Ultra Beast.
Pretty much. I'll take that pun. I fully believe that because they have their own way of screwing with players. But Nintendo is guilty of that too, where they seem a little too comfortable with their consumer base, where they feel like, well, fuck it, we'll just half-ass them. They're gonna buy it anyway, and that mentality is a no-no for anything, especially when you're charging full price. So that is all I have to say about this game. Hopefully the updates are good. Hopefully at least we get something, like anything to boost this game up to at least a 5.
And this is
pathetic.
I really hope it doesn't take too long for Nintendo to announce more updates coming.
It really depends on the sale of Mario Golf Super Rush as a whole, because keep in mind, like, obviously the less sales this game has overall, then the less ambition they'll have to actually pump out the updates quickly.
I am desperately waiting for an update on the update.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, welcome to the club. I've been sitting here waiting the same thing for Diamond and Pearl and Legends Arceus for the past 6 months. But I have nothing.
For a whole week, I've been trying and refreshing Nintendo's Twitter page, hoping they would post anything about Mario Golf Super Rush DLC.
Yeah, if I had to take a guess, I would say late August at the very least, because they can't go this many months. I mean, they could. Well, they shouldn't go this long without any sort of updates, especially when the E3 trailer promises free updates, no asterisk, no nothing.
Honestly,
that was one of the big selling points of the game. Which shame on me because you pointed this out, and I feel like a fucking imbecile for not realizing that. That was a big red flag that flew right over my fucking head. Any game that says free updates before it's even released is a big fucking red flag. And shame on me for not pointing that out. So you caught me. You caught me with my fucking pants down this time.
Waluigi time.
So hey, you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm an idiot sometimes. Like I said, I call myself a fucking idiot for purchasing this game and being suckered into buying it. I'm not afraid to admit my own mistakes.
Oh, don't
So
mind.
I'll criticize everything I want, but you know what? I have to learn to take criticism myself. So
Don't mind it. Don't mind
I'm
it.
not afraid to admit that I fucked up.
Don't
All right,
mind.
that
Don't.
is gonna do it for me. I don't know about you. I'm done ranting about this game. I want to go bitch about something else.
I was about to say, don't mind it. We can all be idiots sometimes, but
Yeah, especially it's the same thing too. Where, like I said, I personally really wanted another Mario Golf game because I love golfing games. That's my thing. I thought that's why I got suckered in without realizing it. I was blind for once. Oh God, that's gonna. Ooh, I hate that feeling so much. I gotta pay more attention next time. But hopefully this clears things out for you guys. If you are not a fan of Mario Golf, the only thing I have to say is like wait until the updates come out. And this is a beginner-friendly game. The controls are way easier to pick up and play for newcomers. But I still recommend waiting until all the updates are out, even if it is like another 6 months down the line. And if it is someone who has already played Mario Golf or whatever, you go fucking go emulate Toadstool Tour on your freaking GameCube emulator, please. You'll have a better time with that. Just saying.
yeah. So, moral of the story: the game right now doesn't feel like a finished product. So definitely wait until there's more content added into the game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, all right, Big Yellow Buddy, I had a lot of fun recording with you.
I did too. Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I enjoyed it, and of course, with that, we're not even done ranting yet in terms of Nintendo games because Pokemon Unite's coming out next week. Oh, well,
Oh
the time of
boy!
recording, I don't know when I'm uploading it, but like, yeah, it's coming out in a few days, and my
Wait.
blood's already boiling just thinking about it. So
Uh,
yeah, that's good. It's gonna, it's gonna be pathetic if one of the more of like one of the games that has the most fucking content is Pokemon Unite out of all these fucking Nintendo games.
and
That'd be just sad.
yeah, that's true. But I mean,
But yeah, only time will tell. We don't know. Like I said,
uh,
I don't recommend this game right now, even at a discount. Wait until the updates come out,
I mean,
and then maybe purchase it at a later time. But for right now, no. 4 out of 10. Don't recommend. If you already have it, yeah, well,
uh,
sorry.
I mean, I mean about Pokemon Unite, it really unites us, so the title makes sense.
Yeah. It'll unite everybody on Twitter as soon as they realize how overly monetized up the ass that game is.
Yeah.
But that's a topic for another day.
Yep.
Mario Golf Super Rush. Well, they were right about the title because it certainly feels super rush.
Mario Golf Super Rush.
So,
All right, so
this is Team Latinite or Mr. Jum brought you another freaking review where I just rant most of the time, and hopefully when we do Mario Party Superstars, hopefully I don't have to repeat the same thing again.
all right, so if you want to share your opinions on Mario Golf Super Rush, or do you disagree with the stuff or agree with the stuff we said, let us know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.